All right, so today we're going to be doing a deep dive into something pretty cool.
Yeah, this should be fun.
We're looking at all this stuff about this new tech and how it's impacting golf coaching.
Yeah, it seems like everyone's talking about SportsBox AI 3D these days.
And, we always try to find the most interesting stuff to deep dive into.
Oh, for sure. And this definitely seems like it.
Yeah. So, picture this. You're a golf pro.
Mm-hmm.
You're super passionate about the game, and you really want to help your students improve.
Right.
Right? And maybe you've tried all the usual tricks, drills, new clubs, all that.
Yeah.
But what if there was like a secret ingredient?
I like where this is going.
Something that could unlock a whole new level of performance for your students.
Well, it sounds like I might have that secret ingredient today.
We just might. And that ingredient is technology.
Technology.
Specifically, we're talking about SportsBox AI 3D and how it's totally changing the game when it comes to coaching.
So, before we really jump in, maybe you could give us a little bit of a rundown about what SportsBox AI 3D is all about.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, it's this incredible system that uses AI and 3D modeling to analyze a golfer's swing, in crazy detail.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. And the cool thing is, it can do all of this with just a single camera.
Wow, that's amazing.
Just
A single camera.
Yeah, no more crazy expensive studio setups or anything like that.
So it's kind of like bringing that tour-level technology to everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
making this kind of analysis accessible to pretty much any golfer or coach, which is huge.
And I think that idea of accessibility is really at the heart of what makes this so exciting.
Totally. I mean, it's like leveling the playing field in a way.
Right. It's like, in the past, if you wanted this kind of in-depth analysis of your swing, you'd probably have to be like a pro or have a ton of money to spend.
Yeah, or be part of some fancy research study or something.
Exactly. But now with SportsBox AI 3D, it's like anyone can have access to this incredible technology.
Yeah, and it's not just about seeing your swing in 3D, which is cool, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's about understanding the why behind the what.
Oh, that's interesting. Tell me more about that.
So imagine you're a coach, right? And you're working with a student who's slicing the ball every time.
Okay. I've been there.
With SportsBox AI 3D, you can actually see the exact moment in their swing where their wrist angle is off or their club path is deviating.
So you can pinpoint the root cause of the problem.
Exactly. And then you can work with the student to correct that specific issue.
That sounds so much more effective than just saying hey, keep your elbow tucked or whatever.
Right. It's like you're not just guessing anymore.
Yeah.
You have this data to back up your coaching.
And I bet that makes a huge difference for the students too.
Absolutely. They can actually see what they're doing wrong and how to fix it.
It's got to be really empowering.
Totally. And you know what else is really cool?
What's that?
We came across this story about a golf pro who is so blown away by SportsBox AI 3D that they've actually made it their New Year's resolution to get more people using it.
Oh, wow. That's dedication.
Right. And get this, they're offering a free trial of the software for a whole month.
Whole month.
A whole month.
Oh, what?
And that's not all.
There's more.
They're also going to do a personal Zoom presentation to walk you through everything.
Wow.
Like how to use the software, how to interpret the data, all of that.
So they're really going above and beyond to make this accessible.
Totally. Oh, and did I mention they're giving away a free SportsBox certification, level 1?
Seriously?
Yeah, and a 50% discount on level 2.
Okay, now that's an amazing offer.
It really is.
Yeah.
So if you're a golf pro or, a golf pro who's always looking for an edge, this is definitely something you need to check out.
I mean, I'm not even a golf pro, and I'm kind of interested.
Right.
But all this talk about data and technology, it makes me wonder about the human side of things.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Is there a risk that we become too reliant on technology?
Right. What about the coach's intuition and experience?
Yeah, that's a great point. And honestly, I think it's something we need to be mindful of.
It's like a tool, right?
Exactly. It's a tool to enhance coaching, not to replace it.
So it's still up to the coach to use their judgment and experience to guide the student.
Exactly.
Yeah.
SportsBox AI 3D can give you all this incredible data,
Yeah.
but it's the coach who needs to figure out how to use that data effectively.
And how to communicate it to the student in a way that makes sense.
Exactly. And, build that relationship and trust and all of that.
Because at the end of the day, coaching is still about human connection.
Right. It's about inspiring and motivating people.
And helping them reach their full potential.
And technology can definitely play a role in that.
It's like a powerful tool, but it's not a magic bullet.
Exactly.
So how can people get their hands on this free trial?
Oh, yeah. So the link is in the show notes, so make sure to check that out.
All right, perfect.
But don't wait too long because this offer is only for a limited time.
Got it. Limited time only.
So, act fast.
So it seems like this SportsBox AI 3D is part of like a bigger trend.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Like technology is really changing the game in all sorts of sports.
Absolutely. I
Wow.
mean, you're seeing it everywhere these days, from wearable sensors that track athletes' performance
Mm.
to virtual reality simulations that create like immersive training experiences.
Yeah, I've even seen some stuff about AI-powered coaching apps.
Oh, yeah, totally. It's like the whole world of sports is becoming more and more data-driven.
And, there are definitely some potential advantages to that.
For sure. Like, I mean, we've already talked about how it can help coaches be more precise and effective,
Right.
but it can also help athletes to, better understand their bodies and their performance.
And even prevent injuries, potentially.
Exactly. So there's a lot of potential there.
But there are also some potential downsides to consider.
Yeah, for sure. Like, one thing that worries me is the idea of like data privacy.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Like all these sensors and apps are collecting tons of information about athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important to make sure that data is being used responsibly and ethically.
Absolutely. And then there's a question of like access and equity.
Right, like will this technology be available to everyone, or will it only benefit like elite athletes with big budgets?
That's a crucial point.
And then there's the whole issue of like AI bias.
Oh, yeah. That's something we've been talking about a lot lately.
Right, like we need to make sure that these algorithms are fair and impartial.
And that they're not perpetuating existing inequalities in sports.
Exactly. So it's a complex issue with a lot of different angles to consider.
But I think it's really important that we're having these conversations now.
Totally. Like before this technology becomes even more widespread.
Because it's going to have a huge impact on the future of sports.
No doubt about it.
So to wrap up, it sounds like we've learned a lot about SportsBox AI 3D
Yeah, for sure.
and its potential to revolutionize golf coaching.
And, we even uncovered this amazing offer to try it out for free.
Free's always good.
And we talked about this broader trend of technology transforming the world of sports coaching.
It's an exciting time to be following all these developments.
It really is. So here's something for you to ponder, as we sign off.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about golf today, but do you think this kind of technology could be used in other sports too?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Like, could you use SportsBox AI 3D to analyze a tennis serve or a swimmer's stroke?
Or even a baseball pitch.
Exactly. Or even like be beyond sports.
Really?
Could we use similar technology to analyze a musician's performance?
Or surgeon's technique.
Or even like public speaking?
Oh, wow. That's really making me think.
Right. Like the possibilities are kind of endless.
It's mind-blowing.
So yeah, I'll leave you with that thought.
I think you've given us all a lot to chew on.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
And we'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See ya.
Bye.
Yay.